Welcome to the Cathedral of Shadows, where demons gather.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Cathedral of Shadows, a Megami Tensei podcast. I am Rasen.
I'm Katsu.
And what are we going to be doing today, Katsu, again?
We're going to be fapping.
Oh, it's been 10 weeks since we last fapped. And
I know.
I've been
There's a lot
building
of
up.
build-up.
Yeah, I was about to say a lot of build up and tension inside. All of the
Yeah.
COS listeners get this fap out of the way. So, yeah, 20 whole episodes. Did you think when we started we'd get this far?
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think I did either. Um, I kind of thought this would be a thing where we'd get bored, or like just do
Yeah,
it for
just get
shits and
bored.
giggles, or like everyone would just say it was crap, but everyone likes it, so
Yeah, we'll
yeah,
continue with
yay,
it.
yes, we're gonna stay with it. So thanks to all of you for listening, and yada yada yada. You get the drill. It's been fun. Been a good 20 weeks about, little more, but technically 20 weeks about. Um, so yeah, we got some news to talk about before we like fap. Persona Q trailer of the week. Once again, our weekly segment. This time they broke the cycle though. Got two P3
Yeah.
characters instead of a P3 and a P4 character.
Yeah, it's Junpei and Yukari. I saw Junpei's trailer, but I didn't see Yukari's.
Um, someone there's someone that like like has fun subs, fan subs out
Yeah, they
for.
fan subbed Junpei's.
They had Yukari's out too, and they
Oh, I only saw Junpei's.
both of them seem to be like, oh, I'm not just in this to save the world. I'm also in this to save my friends. So like,
Yay.
yeah, that kind of thing. It's Persona, so friendship stuff important, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, once again, not much news there. They're just kind of
If
putting
this
out.
was the English dub, we hear Stupe Ace defective, but no.
um, yeah, like there there really wasn't much. Once again, with these Persona Q trailers, they're just kind of putting them out for the sake of putting them out. Um, yeah, and then, well, I guess some pretty big news. There's a Persona interview in some magazine. Was it
It
Famitsu?
was in Persona. It was the Persona magazine.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. So yeah, they you have a better grasp of it than I did. I just kind of skimmed it. What they all talk
Um,
about?
in an interview with Hashimoto, they sat down and talked about Persona 5 and what it's going to be about. Hashimoto stated that Persona 5 is going to be a game in which it is for people who are discontent with their lives. So he talked about how like the characters are going to be tied down by society and unhappy with their lives and how they're going to break free and all this stuff. And so well, from what I saw on Silicon Era, it got quite a bit of a mixed reaction. Some people are like, "Yes, this sounds like a really deep and interesting game," and some people are like, this just sounds really emo."
I'm sure they're gonna go. It'll be fine. I think they're trying to go for more of a like a Persona 3 feel. It almost feels
Yeah,
like.
it seems like they're going for like a message that seems pretty Persona 4-ish, but an atmosphere that seems pretty Persona 3-ish.
That yeah, that's a good description for it. And also we we did get confirmation that red is the color of Persona 5, which I guess was
Yes.
kind of already confirmed, but yeah, Persona
Also,
2
red
doesn't
was not
exist
the
apparently.
Persona 2. Well, red wasn't really the color of Persona 2. It was the color of the remakes.
Oh, is that how they're getting away with it?
Yes.
Okay. Sure. Um that's fine. Yeah, like I don't know. A lot of people are pretty quick to call shots on Persona 5. I think we really need to see like video or something before
We
we
need to
can
see
really.
like preliminary character art. Like we don't even know what the protagonist looks like, so we know they're going to be a high schooler. That much is a given,
Yeah.
but we don't know what they're going to look like yet.
Well, with the thing too is that people are like calling shots just based off like the themes the game is going to talk about, and it's like themes can be handled like even the weird sounding themes can be handled in amazing ways. It's just
Yeah, like look at Catherine. It was all about infidelity and all this stuff that people don't really talk about, and it was handled pretty well.
Yeah, so like it could be the best game ever, it could be the worst game ever until we like see a lot
See
more
more, yeah,
of
until
the
we see
actual
more.
game. Yeah, it's going to be hard to tell. But it was a nice bit of news nonetheless. So yeah,
Yes,
yep. Do you wanna? Should we segue into the fapping?
into the FAP.
Oh,
Yeah, let me pull down my pants.
whoa!
What?
They weren't off already. Ha!
No.
And let's dumb jokes. Okay, let's go to a random number generator, which I didn't have open before, that I probably
Uh,
should have. Derp. Let's see. Random number generator. So we are back, and the random number generator has selected the first person to fap with us. So let's try adding them in right now.
yay!
Hi there.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Pretty good. What do you want us to call you?
Just Tyler is fine, or Ty.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, Tyler. What do you want to talk about?
Well, my question was, can we ever expect to see any sort of Let's Play from you two, like a group Let's Play, doing any SMT games?
Oh, we've talked about this before
Mm.
in private, but I don't think we ever public talked
Yeah,
about
we
this.
never
Ooh.
talked about it publicly.
So Katsu, this is the time where we make Katsu look like a dick in front of everyone. No, Katsu, I think you said a long time ago, like I'm talking like around the time we recorded episode 3, that you're getting a 3DS capture card and might do like a Devil Survivor Overclocked Let's Play. Whatever happened with that?
I'm still poor.
Oh, okay. Um, man. Well, we do have the Cathedral of Gaming like Let's Play channel thing now with Solid Abyss and Velvet Blue. Who,
Okay.
oh man, yeah, we should probably do an SMT at some point. Right now we're doing Katamari and Shadowgate, which are good fun, but they're not Shin Megami Tensei.
No.
So, man, what should we do?
We could definitely do the upcoming Megami Tensei 1 and 2 remakes.
Oh, you could totally do Demi Kids. Nobody's played those ever.
Oh Jesus, yes, that'd be great.
Yes.
Oh my God, those games are pretty grindy, actually.
Are they really?
Yeah,
They sort of
I
look like Digimon kind of S games to me. I don't know why. Like
yeah,
those old
that's because
Digimon World ones.
Yeah,
they
because they're
kind of
pretty
are.
kitty.
Yeah. No, like I've played a bit of Dark version, and it's really grindy. Like you have to go back to the whatever they call Poke Center, Demon Center. Sure, I'm just gonna call it that. Like quite a bit, because it's like the random encounters are too strong. So, oh man, maybe we, after like I'm done with Devil Survivor 2 on like my channel, like we could do like a group Devil Survivor 1 or something, just like the
For
regular
sure.
DS version. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Then we could just voice hack the characters and give them funny voices.
Make Haru sound like this. All right. I would never do
I
that.
never do that to Haru. Are you kidding me?
um, no, oh man, I was talking with Solid Abyss though before, and he was like, "Yeah, we should do an SMT at some point." I'm like, "Yeah," and then I was in the mood. I don't know why I said this, but I'm like, "Yeah, I think maybe like when I have more time over the summer, I can do like a Let's Play of Shin Megami Tensei 1. I love that game." Then I played more Shin Megami Tensei 1. Then I was like, "No, there's no way I can Let's Play this. It's so
No,
boring to watch."
yeah, I myself just got up to the part where you're deciding between who to side with, like Thorman or Gato.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you're a good fourth of the way in.
Yeah, God, that game. I keep having to run back to the fucking mall to heal, and God damn it, I just want to progress.
I know it's the worst because like yeah, that's what I realized. It's like it gets to a point where you get halfway through a dungeon, then you're like, shit, I'm not gonna make it to the end.
I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah, like I need to go back, heal up, and it's
I
like
need to
that's
go
not fun to
back.
watch. That'd be too much editing. So yeah, Devil Survivor 2 has proven to be fairly easy. It's just that I'm lazy, so I'm only on like episode 6 or something. But yeah, Devil Survivor is pretty fun to let's play. I think we could do that for a group thing at some point.
All right, yeah,
All
I'd
right.
look forward to that.
Yeah. So thanks for being on. You're our first fapper of
Oh, all right, thanks
session
for
2.
having me on.
Yes.
Yep, no problem. See you
Yeah.
around.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There you go.
All right.
That was
Yay.
Tyler, our first fapper. All right, let's see who is up next. All right, let's see. 14. Who's 14? That is. I am going to add him now.
All right.
Hello?
Hey there.
Hey.
Hey.
How's it going?
Pretty good. I'm just trying to get everything set up right.
All right.
All
Tell
right.
us when it's all good.
Okay. Let's see. So, sorry, I'm just kind of getting over a little bit of what seemed like a cold, but I'm not really sure.
Okay. It's always the worst.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. Where did it? Oh, there it is. No, it's the other one. I was wondering, what kind of things would you guys like to see as SMT merchandise?
Oh man,
Like,
that's a good question.
I would wear a Demi Fiend shirt and maybe shorts to
Oh,
match.
oh, like that, like it has like the Demi Fiend's patterns on it.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
Maybe like those like kitty tattoos where like they come off with water, but just like full body prints. You just
Oh,
like
that'd be
lie down on them, and you are the demi fiend.
I get some
Yeah.
swim trunks and then have it featuring Dante for the Devil May Cry series on the leg.
There we go.
Uh,
Oh man, see, this is like weird, but like I have this thing where every time I see like a cool poster for like something I really like, I like is like, oh shit, I need to buy this. And this happens like once every year, and then I never put them up. I don't know why. I just like I have a bunch of posters of things I like that I never keep up. Usually because they just like never stay, and I can with like the draft that comes in my room that always fall off. But I don't know, like there's I don't know if they're fan made or not, but every once in a while on eBay I see these like digital Devil Saga coffee mugs, and those
Oh.
look really cool. I want to get one of those at some point.
that does sound like it'd be really cool. I've always thought like either a lot of tattoos would work really good for like Digital Devil Saga,
Hmm.
and some of the other stuff because those just look, and you feel badass when you have oh, I don't remember which character, but mostly because I haven't played the game. But one of them has a face tattoo.
Who
I
Surf?
think.
Oh
So,
yeah, Surf.
is
Yeah,
that Surf?
the main character, silver hair.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
Surf.
Oh, okay. Because I think that'd be really badass to just kind of like walk into school that day with like a face tattoo and be like, "Yeah, what are you gonna do?"
Then everyone would act like, oh my god, he joined a gang.
He joined the gang. Called his
Yeah.
mom.
That would be the best.
Yeah.
Shimigami Tensei gets kid in trouble at school for gang-related activity. Um,
uh,
yeah, that would be awesome. And
yeah.
something I don't really know if this counts as merchandise, but if they ever had like a special SMT Cross Fire Emblem Wii U or something, like a bundle, and it like
Oh,
looked
that'd
all
be
cool,
Oh man,
cool.
I totally buy it.
Cause
that would give me an excuse to buy a Wii U.
oh yeah.
I can't
Is
think
that
of
an
anything
airplane?
else. No, that's my garage. It's really loud, and it tends to open only when I record. I swear,
Oh, okay.
it's a curse.
Oh,
um,
okay. I was thinking, okay, well, some of the things, like, I came up with some really dumb ones, and then some, like, really, some really, some funnier ones.
if you say Mara Dildo, I will love you forever.
uh, Close.
Okay, shoot.
Close.
Go ahead, list them off.
List them all.
um, well, I know that the only one that really stuck was, like, Amara Condom.
Okay, there we go. I was close.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Uh, yeah. That was yeah. I remember trying to explain that to somebody. I wasn't that I was playing like SMT in public, but I was trying one of the kids that I was talking to, his mom is like one of those people. I guess she reads like demonbuster.com or something because that's like one of the websites that says Pokemon is evil and stuff.
Today I learned there's a website called Demon Buster.
Yeah. Because I was looking up stuff and I was like, hey, I wonder if there's like somebody put together like a fan site where you could get like a Demon Buster license, like the whole.
Oh,
If you do like the whole thing
Oh.
like you do in Imagine, or
oh, yeah.
because there was that whole act, but R.I.P. Imagine.
Yes, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Garage again. Is there any other merchandise you imagined? Oh, see what I did there?
Well,
That wasn't even on
Um,
purpose. Anything else that you wanted to list off, or?
I don't know, like maybe oh, what was it? I think it was Demi Kids, like Red Book and Black Book, like just like an address book or a notebook or comp, like, or maybe even like a. I mean, it's not like a gum. I think that yeah, it was a gump from Soul Hackers, and then there was the comps, like all of the
Yeah.
comps, because those would be really. I'd wear one of those just because it kind of looks cool, but you have your phone, so.
Yeah. Alrighty, I think that about
Alright.
covers it.
Oh, I also there's one more thing I want to share.
All right.
I know I've taken
Oh,
up
okay.
quite a bit of time, but
Oh no, you're fine.
Nah,
You're
we have
fine.
plenty of time.
You have plenty of
I've
time.
I've been shopping or I've been looking on Amazon, and it turns out they still sell copies of SMT2 for about $12
Oh
plus
really?
$8.34 shipping.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
Super
wait.
oh, the
Famicom?
shipping.
yeah, Super Famicom.
Wow.
But according to the description, you can find this. This item is in very good condition. We are going to ship from Japan. The delivery time is about 15,190 days. It may become sold out in a time difference because there are so many sold in store. So it will have to we will have to cancel this order in that case, please understand.
Does it go through the
Please
Amala
understand.
network? The hell?
Please understand.
Please understand. Oh man.
I'm starting to hate that phrase so much.
Uh,
Understand? Like, what up?
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That must be automated because I really doubt someone typed that out. I'd be scared if someone did.
Uh,
Oh man.
Buys a college student buys a cursed copy of Shin Megami Tensei 2.
That's the start of a new creepypasta, my friend.
yeah.
Oh.
All right. So thank you. Oh, I don't think I asked your name ever. Sorry.
No, you didn't. That's fine. I guess. I mean,
Oh, well, what should we
I
call to you as posthumously after this call?
Michael, I
All right.
guess.
All
That's
right.
what. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Michael, for fapping with us. You're our second fapper of the second
All
session.
right.
So yeah, it was a lot of
Great.
fun. It's a good question.
Yes.
Yeah.
See you, man.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. That was Michael. Great question. Got a
That
lot
was
of
Michael. Yes.
awesomeness during that, and my garage door hijacking the call. Oh man. Hopefully that won't happen again. All right. So let's move on to the next person.
Okay.
Hello.
What
Hey
do you
there.
want?
We oh Katsu. We know who you are. Dun dun dun. Why don't you introduce yourself again for everyone who missed 2 episodes ago?
Yeah. So if you're not missing me already, this is Kevin Frayne. I was on back in episode 18 to talk about the Quantum Devil Saga translation.
Yes, there we go.
Yes.
We said we'd see you again soon, but
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't think
we
it would
really
be quite
soon.
this soon either.
So, what do you want to talk about, Kevin?
So, just because it seemed like something that I probably should have talked about more back when I was on last time, I wanted to talk about RPG localization for a bit because I mean that certainly seems relevant to a Megami Tensei podcast if nothing else.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
yes.
So yeah, shoot, go with whatever. Like, what about RPG localization? Just is there something specific you wanted to bring up, or did you just have a list of points?
Well, I mean, I didn't know if you guys had any specific questions that you wanted to ask, but I could just kind of like go into the process.
Mhm.
Ooh. Oh well, I guess we start. What RPGs did you help localize?
Okay, so I mean, if we're going to be talking about ones that I actually also translated, since that's the much more interesting thing, there are plenty of games that I've produced, and it was just kind of like, well, okay, like basically at that point you're just sort of overseeing the production, and you don't have as much input as to what happens. Although you certainly have some.
You're making sure no one fucks up.
Yes, no, actually, you know, it's funny. People have asked me because I always tell people, "Oh yeah, I'm a localization producer," and they're like, "Oh well, what goes into that?" And I'm like, "Well, basically, it's my job to nag everyone else to do their job, and if they don't do it, it's my fault."
Oh man.
That's basically what being a video game producer was like. Which I don't mean to make it sound like it wasn't a fun and rewarding process because of course it was, but
Oh man. So
so yeah, let me think. I did Shining Tears. I know I mentioned that on episode 18. That was my first RPG, and that was where I really started to appreciate the process of just long translation processes in general. The big thing with that was that I had an assistant producer who was not a Japanese speaker, who was basically my rewriter on that. Because at the time, I would go into work and basically spend my entire 8-hour workday translating text from this Japanese source text. And a lot of people out there probably aren't translators, so they might not be familiar with this sensation. But when you're thinking in two languages at the same time for several hours at a go, eventually your English starts to not sound quite like English. And so basically what his job was is he would take what I would translate and then like, okay, and this is what it would normally sound like.
just like that second person, just
Yeah,
make sure
because
this doesn't sound awkward as hell.
you start to use strange turns of phrase and words that if you were normally just speaking in English you wouldn't use, and because your brain is in double language mode you don't necessarily notice it.
You don't
It's like,
know.
oh yeah, like that makes complete sense in Japanese.
But in English, it's like, what?
Yeah, and I certainly ran into that when I was going over to do my rewrites for Volume 1 of Quantum Devil Saga, where I would go back and like, what am I talking about here? And have to go back to the source book. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what I meant.
I imagine like there must be so much text involved with like just
One
I
thing
imagine.
I want to ask about, like,
Go ahead, Katsu. I was just gonna say it must seem daunting at first, but yeah, go ahead if you have a question.
a lot of terminology in JRPGs, I know it gets changed in English, but there are some terms that I feel just change in English for no reason, just for the sake of changing it. Is that like what goes into the processing of changing terms or translating terms or like completely changing its definition or something like that?
So in most of the RPGs I've worked on, both as a producer in-house and as a freelancer, and on any large translation project in general, you want to start with what sort of pre-production process where the translator goes through the text and, if possible, goes through a build of the actual game to give themselves some context. And then what they'll do is, as part of this pre-production process, you'll usually put together a terminology file, and you will sort of suggest English terminology for all of the Japanese terms that are going to be used in the game. And a lot of times it'll be just sort of a straight up direct translation. And a lot of times, sometimes you'll come across a term that just, it sounds too Japanesey, for lack of a better word. And
I know what you mean by that.
Yeah, it'll like break tone, and it just won't sound right. And in those cases where it's like, okay, like you could just literally translate this over from Japanese to English, but we can think of something that sounds cooler, that like that fits the setting better, and that will get a better reaction from an English speaking audience.
Yeah, there's this attack in Tales of Exilia 1. It's also in Exilia 2. It's one of the attacks used by Mila.
That, actually.
You have?
I know who translated Exilia 1, actually.
Okay. The attack in Japanese is called Higher Than Sky, and in English it's called Cloud Pierce.
Okay.
So isn't that what you mean by that?
Yeah, that's an exact thing because it just hearing higher than sky, like I I I
Tales of 420.
yeah, like
Jesus.
see, then you need like a fire attack called Blaze It.
Exactly. Man,
Then
But no,
there's
that's
there's this another attack that it's called like reflect bombing or is intense bombing or something like that. But they changed it in the English dub.
yeah, and that's one of those things where like especially if it like like higher than sky, it's like yes, that is a legitimate English phrase. Doesn't necessarily convey what they want it to convey.
oh man.
There was a game I was working on once where you could get like unlock these achievements, and there were different like visual overlay skins that you could put together and whatnot, and you would like earn them. And if you got all of them, you got like the special title of skin collector in Japanese. And I'm like, that is something a serial killer does.
Yeah.
Like
Ed
that's
Gein
like,
the RPG.
yeah, it's like you don't that isn't what you want that to mean in English. So in that case, it behooves you to change it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, here's the thing. So apparently my name, which I stole from a sequel to The Ring that never came out here. So like, it seems like with
I
character.
asked about that actually, but no,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, there we go. Yeah, I get that a lot where my name came from. Fun fact, I don't know where I said I might have said this on COS before, but origin story again. Like my best friend's dad went over to Japan and like brought home a bunch of bootleg like subtitled movies, and one of them was a sequel to The Ring called Rasen, and I'm like that seems cool. So I just stole that and used it for my username. But where I was going with this is usually with character names, it seems like they're they tend to not change those around as much. So like if I was in a Japanese RPG, like and then I got brought over to like a localized game, I would still be Rasen instead of Spiral. Like is there something with
Yeah.
that with character names or
I mean,
I know
sometimes you
in
do change them.
Yeah, I know in Fire Emblem Awakening they changed a lot of their names. Some people were really upset about that, but they got over it pretty quickly. Especially when you have these really confusing names in English. Like there's this character called Stall in the game, and in Japanese he's called Sort, and like there's another character named Vague in English, but in Japanese he's called Wick. And then the biggest one is Owain. In Japanese his name is Wood.
Yeah, see,
It's pronounced Wood.
yeah, I know. In like in Shining Tears, one of the villain characters, I don't remember exactly. It was in in Japanese, it was like Black Mask or like Evil Mask was like the name they gave for him. And so for English, I know we called him Visage, because that like that sounds like a little cooler. It's like all right, like
more badass?
yeah,
It sounds
exactly.
more ominous.
Yeah, not a game I worked on, but I know that in Tales of Symphonia, Professor Rain, I think her Japanese name is Refill, which again, like it's just that's just it doesn't work in English, so
Yeah,
you
it's a
need to
refill.
change that.
Oh man.
And then I think Genus is just genius, which again, it's just kind of like, come on, like that's
Yeah.
that's way too on the nose. You need to change that up.
Oh man.
Closer to, at least, Megami Tensei in terms of at least being a darker, grittier RPG. I was also the producer on Resonance of Fate. I don't know if anyone out there has played that.
I know what it is, but I've never played it.
And that was another one where, in working with Tri-Ace, we needed to, actually like petition them to come up with like, hey, like, look, we want because they wanted to use they specifically like we want names that work in both English and Japanese. And for the female lead in Japanese, they came up with the name Reenbell, and like they were just so in love with that name, like we're like
Oh,
that's not like in the English, not like this is like a
it's,
spoiler.
it's Leanne, isn't it?
It's Leanne, yeah. Um,
Which goes off the tongue a lot smoother.
yes, and it sounds better in English because it's a normal English name, but it's a little, I don't want to say it's exotic, but it's rarer. Like there are
Yeah.
way fewer girls in this generation who are named Leanne, so it has a sort of thing, and it fits with the setting. Like that's sort of
Yeah.
like steampunk, European-ish world that Residents of Fate is set in.
Did you ever work on a game called God Eater?
I did not know.
Oh, okay. Because, well, I'm not going to say the localization was bad, but it wasn't very good. But that aside, they did change around some of the names. Like, I know in Japanese, this character's name was pronounced Rindo, and like it's really strange to the tongue, so they changed it to Lindo. It sounds more of a normal adult name for the average mid-20s adult male.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. What was the Final Fantasy that the PS1 version just had a terrible translate? I think it was Final Fantasy V, the PS1 version. They like translated Wyvern to
Bards.
Wyvern.
Oh God, yeah, I remember that.
Like,
Yeah, that game never originally came out, and then it was sort of brought over because it was originally SNES.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it was fan translated, but there was no official release. So when they finally got an official release for the PS1 re-release, the translation just dropped the ball really hard.
Yeah, and that's a shame because you'd figure that, and not to cast aspersions against like Square or anything like that, they have the time and the budget to put a good translation together, as evidenced by like most of their other stuff.
Pretty much everything else, yeah, was top notch. Like there's there's the one or two.
I guess they had the backup guys.
Yeah. Final Fantasy is selling really well. Just throw someone on it. Yeah.
But that was actually funny. In speaking of RPGs that I've worked on, in the time between I messaged you saying I wanted to be on here to talk about RPGs and the time that I got the call from you guys, I actually found out that something that I worked on a while ago finally came out, which is Across Age 2. It's an iOS RPG.
Ooh.
Age 2, huh?
Yes, it's a sort of a time travel action RPG where you control two characters at once, and there's this like time travel mechanic where you jump across between different timelines to solve puzzles.
Is it like mobile Chrono Trigger? Ooh, no.
Nothing is ever going to be Chrono Trigger level good. I mean that game is just an RPG masterpiece in my opinion. But
I still need to play Cross. That game has been itching my backlog forever now.
Chrono Cross is an interesting case. It's very much a love it or hate it sort of game I've found with the fans.
I have not been spoiled on it yet, and I'm surprised. I have no clue what happens in that game, but
Good.
I just know people are really, really angry or really, really happy about it. So
Actually, speaking of RPG localization, again, I didn't work on it, but that has an interesting story behind it where a lot of the characters have various dialects, and apparently they wrote some like algorithm where they just took a straight up translation, and then depending on the character, they would run it through this script that would like tweak their dialogue to fit various idiosyncratic speech patterns.
whoa,
Yeah,
that's
to
for a PS1
differing
game. That's pretty
effects.
intense.
Yeah, and
Yes.
like some of the characters, like one of the big female leads, she's all like Cockney slang, which like depending on who you ask, that works or doesn't work. And some people have somewhat more annoying affectations, to put it kindly. Like it's a little overdone. I mean, Japan loves itself some idiosyncratic speech patterns, and a lot of the times they don't carry over in English.
In Dragon Quest, like the DS games, I know they had re-releases of 4 through 6, and they kept those in for the localization. So you have like a bunch of like European dialects going around the text boxes, and a lot of people were complaining like, I can't read this. Like, I remember when that came out, that was a big deal.
Yeah,
I can't read this.
accent and dialogue are really hard things to get across in writing to do well, because you can either like play it straight and just go balls to the wall, like this is going to be like a wacky sort of mode of speech, or you can try to be more subtle about it and just like, I mean, again, depending on the audience and depending on the tone of the piece, it can be good or not as good to do that. I'm thinking of especially when you have like an accent that is notoriously over exaggerated when done in English, like French or something like that.
Oh man. See, like, I always every time I hear more and more about like translation and stuff and the work that goes into it, whether they're like official or not, I always just think like this seems like so much time and energy must be spent on every little detail for it to be perfect. And like it's really amazing when it all comes together. Like I followed the Mother 3 fan translation when that was a thing because
Oh yeah.
I'm a huge Earthbound fan, but just all of the stuff with that went into the work with that was just crazy. And I just remember because the script was great, but there was one typo in the entire game, if I recall, on the like 1.0 version of the fan patch, and like Tomato got shit for it. He was the translator, and it's like really he just spent like a couple of years translating this game for us, and you guys are gonna complain about one type. I just remember that and getting kind of mad.
Hey, you could never make everyone happy.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, think that covers our time. Thank you a lot, Kevin, for
Oh yeah,
being
not a
on.
problem.
Yeah, hopefully we can
Yes,
get
thank you
that.
very much.
Hopefully we can get that Quantum Devil Saga Q&A episode thing whenever we get more information about the release date of that.
Yeah, not an official project yet. Like nobody, I'm not the translator, but I've started to read the second book of the series,
Ooh.
and like, I'm already like really excited. Like hopefully that will make it into the localization plate.
The
I
real
think
question is how many more episodes of COS do we need to get you on before you just control F and replace Surf's name with Rasen and Heat's name with Katsu?
Yeah.
you
How
know.
how many 20s do I need to slip you?
Ooh. Again, I think you're greatly underestimating how much I value my job. But no, thanks for the time, guys. It was good to get to yap with y'all.
All right.
Again. All right.
Thanks for fapping
Oh, never
in
that's
between
never a
translating.
problem. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, there we go. So yep, see ya.
Yep.
All right, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
That was really good. Okay, let's get another person in here.
Hello.
Hello, good sir. We moved from
Hi.
well, you fapped with us before, so I guess I don't feel bad about revealing your name. We went from one Kevin to the other.
Oh,
So
really?
yes, we just had Kevin Frayne on, like guy from episode 18, and now we're moving to you, Kevin, that fapped with us in episode 10.
And the guy who
Yes.
died in one of your episodes.
Oh yeah,
That's
you're in
right.
the Cathedral of Gaming episode of Katamari.
Yeah, sorry for my quality. I think it was the fact I was watching a video, like the video that we were
Yeah.
recording with. I think that might have been the issue. But thanks for calling me, guys.
Yep.
Mhm.
What do you want to talk about?
I want to hear your guys' opinion on Persona Q, considering that getting a lot more trailers out, and mainly what you guys think of what the story is going to be like. That's mainly it.
Well, I'll say that I'm actually the most hyped of all the Persona games coming out. Persona Q is the one I'm the most hyped for, and I think that's part of that is because it's the one we know the most about. Well, I guess you could say we know a lot about
Pulse Max Ultra Suplex X.
because that technically is out in Japan, but I mean, in terms of like, oh, there's still stuff we don't really know, but we know a lot already. Persona Q is really getting me hyped in that regard. And I've been playing Etrian Odyssey a bit, and I like it so far. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for it.
Which game?
Uh,
Tetrian Odyssey.
Untold, I think it's called. It's the remake of the first one.
Yeah, I only have 4, and I like it, but I'm worried about the combat. I think at first I thought, oh, it's gonna be a lot like Persona, but the more I look at it, I'm like, oh, it might be more Etrian Odyssey. And don't get me wrong, I like Etrian Odyssey, but I prefer the combat from Persona.
That makes sense.
So
Yeah.
Um,
I can see how that could be a turnoff for a lot of people too.
I'm still gonna buy it. I'm still gonna play it, but I feel like my enjoyment of the game is going to be less than what it could have been.
Diminished.
What do you guys think the story of Persona Q is gonna be?
well, yeah, we all we really know so far is Persona 3 characters and Persona 4 characters get traveled to or get warped to some other dimension. They're together are. Um, so I'm gonna be really interested in how that works out. Um,
Yeah.
like I guess story wise, what I'm most excited to know about is who the villain's gonna be.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be some kind of like spider related thing, considering that in almost every trailer you see spider webs
Yes.
and the
Poor
sort
Philly.
of infamous Philemon butterfly in the spider web, which I don't know if that's like Philemon's actually going to be in it or it's just symbolism.
Yeah. Um, what if Spider-Man is the villain?
Oh my god.
Chibi Spider-Man.
Oh my god. That would be really odd, to say the least.
And no, is what it does is you think you're about to go into the final boss room and it's just covered in spider webs, right? Then you open the door and then a trailer for Amazing Spider-Man 2 plays and then the game ends.
Oh, no.
Oh.
That would suck. And the trailer's in Japanese, like the English version. So like every voice is like dubbed over in Japanese.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
It'd be so odd, yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, Katsu, do you have anything plot-wise you think is gonna happen in Persona
Hmm.
Q? If you had to make a rough estimate of something that would happen, what would it be?
We're gonna face those two shadows.
Oh,
Sure.
the two new character shadows?
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Uh,
Ray's is just a giant corn dog.
uh,
Yes.
it seems like they don't have personas, at least in their trailer videos.
They are each other's personas.
Or the chick is the dude's persona.
You know, I've thought
Yeah.
of that. I thought the other way around. Like that dude's design is so weird. I would believe it if he was a persona, just like dual wielding crossbows, like that dark and edgy type of design he has going on. Like he could
Yeah,
totally be the chick's persona, and
yeah.
just seem like a character. I thought that would be weird.
He's a persona who lost his memories.
Yep.
Wouldn't the user also have like loss of memories?
I think they both they both actually lost their
Hmm.
memories. I think we
So
know
that-
that so far.
Yeah. I'm still really excited because I want to know what happens with why the characters are three. Is it the characters from three in Persona 4's time, or are they in an?
It's like a alternate universe from
Oh, it's just
both.
an
It's a
alternate.
pocket universe.
It's just a
Okay.
place.
Oh, so because I was like confused, like, oh, because aren't they at Yasugami High?
Yeah, it's an
Or
alternate.
are they characters from 3 and 4's time, or are they both like fallen into this own?
It's like a separate universe where Yasugami High exists, but it also has a creepy bell tower where like people die whenever it rings or whatever.
So it's like a mix between like Persona 2's beginning plot thing with the bell tower and. All
Yeah.
right, sounds really cool. Can't wait to play it.
I know. I know. I really hope we get get a English release soon, because Japanese release is coming up. I think it's in June. So
Yeah, it's June 5th if I'm not mistaken. June 5th or 6th.
yeah. I don't know. I'm just really hyped overall. Ran out
Yeah.
of things to say.
Yes.
One of my friends is hyped for Dancing All Night because he thinks it's funny.
Oh, that game. It will
You guys
save
know
the
that
Vita.
you guys know that Troy Baker is releasing an album, right? Get to hear Kanji sing.
Oh, really?
Uh-oh.
Sorry, yeah.
Someone doesn't like kanji.
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah, no. Sorry, I'm at a friend's place and they have dogs.
Oh. The
I
dogs want to
actually-
get in on this fat?
Maybe. I actually ran home, got my laptop so I could be on this fat.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm honored.
Yes.
Is your friend staring at you awkwardly like the fuck are you talking about right now? Because that'd be amazing too.
Actually, I kind of converted one of my friends into Persona.
Oh, did you get them to listen to COS yet?
No, I haven't. I probably should, though.
Force them. Just
Yes.
show them this episode where we're talking about them behind their back, and I'm sure they'll be honored.
Right. Just for that, I'm just going to say this. Matt, you suck.
And there it is.
There it is, in history.
I feel like there's gonna be some awkward like that will actually like somehow ruin a relationship or something down the line, but me and Katsu will never know about it. Amazing.
Yes.
So yeah, I think we covered it all. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about real quick, or good?
Did you guys read the article about Persona 5?
Oh, the
Yeah, we just
review?
talked about it
Yeah, we
earlier.
talked about that.
Oh, you guys already did? All right.
Yeah, well, yeah. Before we started fapping, we talked a little bit about the Persona Q trailers and Persona 5 stuff. So yeah, we covered that.
All right, cool.
Well, thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. See you, Kevin.
See ya.
Okay, then. We've been at this for a while now. Let's move on to our next person.
The next fapper.
The next fapper. Alrighty then. Well, let's open up the list and run the random number generator again. Ooh. Let's see if this person will pick up. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Yes.
So, what do you want us to call you?
Fang, I guess.
All right, Fang.
All right, Fang.
What do you want to talk about?
I'm not quite sure. I just came on, saw that the FAP was going on, and I'm greeted to this lovely image of some girl with but popsicle.
Yes, Katsu's Skype avatar.
Oh, yes, my Skype avatar. Sorry. I mean, no, wait, what am I talking about? Not sorry.
Whoa.
Not sorry. Well then.
No regrets, Skype avatar. So yeah, got anything you want to talk about or no?
Well, I mean, I had the mind-blowing revelation that Persona Q's encounter symbol is actually the original Shin Megami Tensei demon icon.
Oh, is it?
Yes, I didn't notice it
Is
until now. I didn't notice it until now. Hold on, I have an attachment. From the forums. Here,
Uh, let's see.
Uh-oh, there's an error. Hello.
Oh joy.
Oh. Hey. Okay, are we good? Is everyone here?
Yeah, hi.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, that's the symbol from the original right there. We're looking at an image right now for people listening to this.
I can't.
Oh, well, trust
Oh.
me, it's there. It's in the bottom right corner.
Yes. Again, it was in other trailers too. I just noticed that after rewatching a bunch of them. So.
That's always nice that they keep around little stuff like that in series.
Yeah.
Well, what could this mean?
Dun.
The plot twist.
All right. Got anything else for us or no?
Let's see. I don't really know. I mean, like, I have no clue. I have no freaking clue.
All right. Well,
Other than
All right, then.
yeah.
Hmm?
I never.
all right. Well, I think if that's it, then thank you for being on.
Yes.
Fighting me.
All right. Thanks a lot, Fang. See you around. You post on DDSN all the time, don't you?
Every now and again.
Yeah, I've seen you on there a few times. So yeah, see ya.
Yes.
See ya.
The nose says bye.
Bye. All right. So that was Fang giving us
Yes.
some fapping. So let's see who is next. Oh, we already did that person.
Uh-oh.
And we already did that person. Oh, now this person can be on. If they are online. Okay. Adding them in right now.
Hello.
Hello there. Would you mind?
Hi.
I've actually talked to you many times before, but I don't think we have ever done so on COS. So why don't you introduce yourself for everyone?
All right, I'm Alex from Norway.
Best country. All right. Fun fact, me, Alex, and a few other friends read FANFICTION on a live stream. I'll link to that below. It was a good time. So yeah, what do you want to talk to? What do you want to talk about, Alex?
I thought long and hard about the question, and I don't know if the question has been asked before. And I suppose my question would work as a topic as well.
All right.
My question is directed to both participants and listeners to the podcast. Um, it's what is your favorite moment or moments in any SMT game?
Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh.
One I don't have an answer to it. I need to think.
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be your favorite moment, but one of the favorite moments that comes to mind. And so people who are listening to this, they can like probably write their moments in the comments.
Yes.
Yes. Well, let's see. Probably getting chased around by that horse skeleton thingy in Digital Devil Saga. I forget his name. It wasn't my favorite moment, but it was a moment I thought was pretty cool.
It was intense.
Yes, it was very intense, and the music was intense.
I'll go for Persona 3's ending just because it's really everything about that ending is just done really well. Devil
Yes.
Survivor 2's credits, like the credit song that plays during the triumphant restorer ending is pretty good too, and I think the music kind of like it feels satisfying after you beat that hard final boss in Devil Survivor 2. So I'd have to say either of those endings.
Okay, which ending? The journey or the answer for Persona?
The journey.
Okay.
Fuck everything about the answer is the thing. No, yeah. No, the answer's ending's pretty good too. It's just that
Yeah,
I don't like the answer.
it's just that you have to go through the answer to get the ending.
I like the answer though. So
What?
hard.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't like the
I'm
answer.
probably the only person in the entire world that likes the answer.
No, there's a few people, but like I don't know. I don't like it. It's just if there was a compendium, I think I would like it more. But
Oh, well, if you play the Journey on hard, not having the compendium is sort of a godsend because if you had the compendium, it would be so ridiculously expensive anyway.
yeah,
So it's kind of a nice change from the Journey if you play that on hard.
yeah. All right. Oh man, I'm trying to think if there's any other moments that stick out to me. Not really.
Mm,
It's weird because a lot of times in like SMT, it's like the little things that kind of add up to make the entire thing great.
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
Got any other questions or topics you want to discuss with us? Or
Not really. That was the only thing that was thought out.
all right. Well,
All right.
we can free ball it. We can definitely free ball anything.
Yeah.
This is a FAP after all.
Fapping.
Yeah. Tell people I fapped with someone from Norway. Oh man. Anything you can anything you can think of off the top of your head or no?
Off the top of my head, let's see. Well, I didn't actually say my favorite moment, though.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Go for it.
My favorite moment was I was fusing in Persona 3, and I was going to make a Satan. And I was going to make a Satan that I was going to use for light and dark spells. So what I wanted was Hama boost and Mudo boost, as well as Samsara and Die for me. 4 skills, 4 out of 5 fusion. That's pretty hard.
That's a lot of deselecting than reselecting.
Yes.
Yes.
And so that was what I was going for. And so I was deselecting and reselecting, and all of a sudden, I get these 4 skills. But not only that, I got the 5th skill I wanted as well.
Ooh.
I wasn't going for it, but if I had to pick a 5th skill, that was it, and that was a victory cry.
Oh.
And I sat there for like 2 minutes just staring at it. What? So I made the perfect Satan. That was my favorite moment because it took me like
Forever.
No, it didn't. It took me 5 minutes to get that.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, so I was so lucky.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh man, because I swear too, there's like a balancing aspect where it's like, well, if these skills are strong, let's make them rarer to get through inheritance, and
Yeah.
like, it's such a pain. That's always awesome though, or like that feeling you get when it's like this demon is gonna kick ass, and then like 2 dungeons later it sucks. But yeah,
I had that with Odin in Persona 3 as well, but I purposely made him overpowered.
oh man, Thor. My Thor in Persona 3 was fucking amazing. I grinded that thing up so hard. It
Well, Thor
so
is good from the start, though.
Yeah,
You don't need to do anything with him.
yeah.
Same with like certain Odin as well.
I had a Siegfried that was super OP in Persona 3 Portable.
Oh,
That was like my favorite Persona.
I did too.
Oh,
Actually,
Siegfried.
I have a Siegfried that has 100 strength, if I recall.
Siegfried is really good because he has Warple Blade, and you can't really you can't inherit Warple Blade from anyone. So only I think there's only
Yeah.
3 personas in Persona 3 that actually has Warple Blade, and Siegfried is one of them. I think he's the lowest level of them.
Fun fact about Vorpal Blade: every time I play Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Virgil's first
Oh.
super, it's called like Dimension Slash or whatever, but I always call it Vorpal Blade. Then people look at me like when I'm talking to them about it, they're like, "What the fuck is Vorpal Blade? Like, what are you talking about?" Yeah. So thanks Persona 3.
But Warple Blade is really powerful in
Oh
Persona
my god,
3,
it's
though.
so great.
If you're a great status, it is the most powerful physical skill in the game. If you're not, then Pralaya is better.
All right. Well, I think that about covers it. So thanks a lot, Alex, for joining us. What time is it in Norway right now? I'm curious.
It's just past 3 a.m.
Oh, geez, that's dedication.
Oh jeez, go to bed.
I'm not tired, so no.
There you go. All right, have fun being.
Yeah, you guys have fun with the fapping.
Yes. Oh, we have. Mhm. Yeah, you
Oh,
have
yeah, we
fun
do.
being a night owl or morning owl technically. So
Yeah.
yeah. See ya.
See ya.
Okay. Let's
Yay.
move on to the next person. So we are going to add them in.
Do you want to? Are you ready to fap?
Yes. Let's see. Hello.
Hello.
Why don't you introduce yourself for everyone?
Well, I'm John, the guy that sent him the email about the religion and stuff.
That means Sparky went ham on. That was great. Yeah, so what do you want to talk about, John?
Well, I actually have 3 questions, and only one of them is MegaTen related.
That's good. It's all good.
That's good.
Okay. The first one is, do you guys play any trading card games like Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh man, I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh way back in middle school.
So
I was like the
everyone did.
I was like, Jesus Christ, that game. It made and broke friendships because everyone would steal everyone else's cards.
I have a story that I've never told anywhere else on the internet that just made me think of. So there's this really strange kid named like Max, and he always would like play Yu-Gi-Oh with everyone. He was like hardcore like Yu-Gi-Oh. Like like the little arm things they would wear in the show, and then like
Yeah.
they
Dual
sold them.
discs.
Yeah, yes, those, and then they like sell them in toy stores or whatever. Like he would actually like carry one of those around his backpack and like look like a total tool. And like this must have been like 5th grade, 6th grade maybe, somewhere around there. And like it was like when it was like first starting too. Like we're talking like the original like starter pack stuff. And like he would like play with everyone and get like super competitive about it. And then eventually like me and my friend were just hanging out at some school like dance thing or whatever. We're just like being on the outskirts of it. And all of a sudden we see Max come up. He's like, "Hey, you cheated at that duel we had 4 years ago." Like it's like, dude, what are you talking about? What duel? And he's like, Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's like, oh, we stopped that in like 7th grade. So yeah, that was amazing. Like he got called out too. Like my friend just flat out like, "What are you talking about?" Just he made a scene and everything. It was beautiful. No, I don't play any trading card games. I'm kind of interested in they have a Steam game version of Magic the Gathering, and I've always like wondered about like just picking that up because my thing with trading card games is like they're a serious money sink. But I feel like if there's a digital version of that, then that's probably not going to be as bad. So yeah,
there's
I can't
Yu-Gi-Oh.
really, I
Okay.
can't really get in. I can't really get into card games anymore. Not after the whole hype of middle school. And
Well,
like, even if I did try and get back, I wouldn't stick with it.
Well, there's Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, which I was literally playing like right before you called me. And I actually haven't played it in a long time either, so I just got into it recently. Except I haven't bought any cards. I've just been playing it online, and now they included this thing called XYZ summons, and they're really annoying.
my oh man, my trying to think who it. Oh yeah, no, it's my brother-in-law is really into Magic. I was trying to think if it was him or one of my sister's exes, but no, yeah, it's him. He tried getting me in a few times, but I'm like, no. But digitally, I'd be down for it. So maybe I might do that at some point. What was your any other question? You said you had two more questions. Let's get into those.
Yeah. One of them is, well, I know you guys talk about JRPGs a lot, but do you guys like any Western RPGs?
Oh yeah, I play a lot of Western RPGs. I mean, Elder Scrolls, a lot of fun. I love Morrowind to death.
Yeah, Morrowind's my favorite.
So good. I love best Elder Scrolls. I
Yeah.
don't care what anyone says. I'm not blinded by nostalgia, I swear. I really want to play Planescape Torment at some point because I've heard that game is just amazing. I never really could get too into Fallout. Um, Mostly because 3 and New Vegas are really glitchy. So yeah, but I've played like Fallout 1 a bit, and I got into that for a while, but I never really beat it. So yeah, I like Western RPGs. They're a lot of fun.
There's this one Western RPG that I played on the PS2, but I can't remember for the life of me what it was.
I don't either. I don't know
was
of any
it
Western.
like?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know of any Western RPGs for the PS2.
I can't really think of any Western RPGs for the PS2.
Yeah.
There's some RPGs that are like Western RPGs for the PS2, but they're not
but
actually
they were actually
Western.
JRPGs in disguise.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know that Dark Souls was a JRPG until like recently.
Yeah, that game's weird because it's like that breaks genres. It's like it's kind of an action RPG, but it's kind of a Western and Japanese. It's so weird to classify that game.
Yeah, it is.
Like that's the type of game where it's like I don't know what to call this. Let's just slap the label action adventure on it, like game companies tend to do. um, so yeah.
I played so many hours of Fallout 3 when I was in 7th grade. Like I didn't even own the game. I'd go over to my cousin's house and play it for hours on end.
Western RPGs are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They have so much replayability too. Oh, I guess Deus Ex, if that counts. Those games are phenomenal. Just there's so many ways to go about solving challenges in that game. And it's just so fun to discover them all for yourself.
Yeah. Well, I have one more question, and it's about SMT this time.
All right.
Well, I have two more questions, but one of them isn't really a question.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the first thing is for Persona 5. Are there any elements that you think it needs to adapt from SMT that, like, that SMT does better? Like, I'm not saying that Persona 5 should have alignments and SMT should have social links. I'm just saying that, is there anything that you don't like about Persona that you think should adapt from SMT?
I think they need the fusion system from SMT4 because that was just beautiful.
Fusion. Oh man, the fusion system of SMT4 was amazing.
So good.
Yes.
I kind of Persona 4 and especially Golden, they definitely toned down the difficulty. I kind of wish that. I mean, that's fine, but I mean, I kind of hope that they have harder difficulty settings for the people that are like kind of hardcore MegaTen fans that want
for the veterans.
Yeah, like that
Because I
want
mean,
the
I know
difficulty.
why they know why they dumbed down the difficulty to make it a lot more accessible to bring in more fans, and accomplished that very well.
Oh yeah, it totally worked. It's just that
Yeah.
even the harder difficulties weren't really too bad.
Especially on Game Plus, we can just buy Yoshitsune from the freaking compendium and just spam Hasao Tobi for like the entire game.
Yeah. So I kind of hope they have more like I guess a range of difficulties. Um, if not just going hard, but I'm sure they're going to want to have easier difficulty settings just to keep the people that were introduced from Golden. So yeah.
Well, I think they should. I think they should get rid of the press turn system that Persona 3 and 4 used and adapt the one from Nocturne and SMT4, because in Persona 3 I kind of hated how I could abuse the press turn system to get unlimited turns and then go all out attack on the enemies.
You know
That
what?
made it a bit too easy.
You know what I've thought about though with that is I had that same viewpoint for a while, but then I realized that uh, usually your three party members only have like the one elemental spell they can use. So
Yeah.
then I thought about it more, and I'm like, wait, that means like you're probably not going to get that many extra turns because usually with like with other SMTs, it's like you can just change your other party members to have all fire spells.
Have all fire or like have a mix of them.
Yes, but like in Persona, you have less customization of your party members. Actually, that's actually something.
Persona 5.
maybe Persona 5 could have more customization. I know people want like in Persona 1 and 2, characters had the ability to change their
Yeah,
personas.
they had the wild card.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I think they had to stay within their arcanas if I remember correctly, but I mean, some change is better than like little change. Like in Persona,
I think part of the reason they got rid of the whole wild card for the party members thing is because of the press turn.
probably that's understandable.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
There's a bunch of different ways they can go with Persona 5.
Well, when you say customization, do you mean like being able to customize your avatar, like in Pokemon X and Y, or something like that?
Oh, like I mean, like skills and stuff, like what spells,
Yeah, skills, personas, etc.
personas. Yeah,
So like Persona 1 and 2.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. And
maybe more streamlined than Persona 1 and 2, but yeah, that'd be cool if they brought that back or figured out a way to make that as addicting as like Demon Fusion and SMT mainline.
yeah. And this isn't really a question, but I think you guys should start a Facebook page for your podcast.
I've thought about this before, and I didn't know how many people would be interested, so I didn't. But I guess if you want that, actually comment below, because if there's enough demand for it, then I'd be down for it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cathedral of Facebooks.
There we go.
I can admin it if you want.
I don't know. I usually just like to like whenever I have to like post a new episode or do info or stuff, I just copy paste around all the circles. We have a subreddit that a few people check, but like not really. No one ever comments on it. So like I don't know. I think it's for now. I think we're good. But yeah, if people want a Facebook page for Cathedral of Shadows, comment below. I'd be down.
It got a wiki. I see no reason why it shouldn't.
That's because we pandered our fan base until they did it for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You're like, give us a wiki, and then we got one.
We have a Tumblr now because Katsu has a Tumblr,
Yeah.
so by extension, yeah,
And
we're taking over social.
We also have a segment on TV tropes.
A little blurb. I like how whoever edited that just put it right to the top of the video game podcast thing, like Cathedral of Shadows.
Yeah.
You're my favorite listener, whoever didn't know. So yeah.
Well, if you do that, I think you should get other Facebook pages to promote you, because SMT pages don't get very many likes. Like my Soul Hackers page, I created it in April last year, and it only has 145 likes. And I also created a Facebook page for Persona Q, and it's already got 600 and something.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I'll look into it, and yeah, like I said, if anyone wants it, comment below. We'll figure it out. So yeah,
We'll make some magic happen.
Yes. make a lot of magic happen. People eventually will have a Pinterest. No, we'll never have a Pinterest. So yeah, thanks a lot, John. It was awesome.
All right,
Yes.
see ya.
See ya.
See ya.
All right, so let us see who the random number generator picks for the next person. Ooh. Let's see if this person is on. You're getting tired.
Yes. It's almost past my it's past my bedtime.
Is it all this fapping you did making you exhausted?
Yes.
Oh man, we've been going for quite a while.
Yes.
Let's see if this person will pick up. Editing this is going to be a lot of fun, I'm sure.
Yes, it is.
So many audio files. At least I've written down what the order of calls was, so it'll not be terrible. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there.
Everyone knows who this is from the last time we did this. It's the guy who sent Katsu the mic.
Yes, Jesus.
The Jesus himself.
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
Swell. We've been fapping for a long time. Katsu's starting to get tired.
Yeah, I'm actually in the midst of a D&D session. So that's fine.
Yeah.
I needed a break. I was just trying to stab a dire wolf from a prone position with a sword of subtlety. So
Are you a Lannister?
no, I'm a rogue who decided to sleep outside.
Oh, that never goes well in tabletop role playing.
He didn't want to leave
I
his
say
horse
having
alone.
only done it once. Yeah.
Well, no. To be somewhat on topic though, I am looking at tomorrow. I'm going to be at a retro gaming store for another thing, same group of people. But there's a copy of P3 FES sitting there, waiting to be purchased by someone.
Ooh.
And I've never played a Persona game.
Ooh.
We all like the original series here, don't we? But see, here's the thing. When I played Fire Emblem Awakening, I was fine with all of the little datey aspects of it and the thing, this person meets this person and then all the cliches happen. That's fine. But somehow when it was happening to my avatar, shit got weird for me. Like I was enjoying it too much and feeling like I was going to be sick at the same time. I was splitting into multiple personalities. So I handle
The diabetes of the sweetness.
Yes. And it got extra weird when I played as with a female avatar. It was like, I don't even know what's happening. Who am I?
So what you're saying is you're intimidated by the waifus.
Yes, extremely so. Is that something to worry about or not?
Just don't talk to any girls and you'll be fine. No. Actually, yeah. That or if you really want to.
They handle like unlike Fire Emblem and Persona, they handle like the dating aspects a lot more naturally than they do in Awakening.
You actually go on
like,
dates instead of just like, hey, we're in the middle of battle, let's all talk lovey-dovey. And it's like, should we really be doing this? We might get hit by an arrow. So yeah.
Yeah, and like their personalities are a lot more realistic.
They weren't just, like cookie cutter candy machine, the cliches.
Yeah.
You still have like your shy type and your sportsy type, but they have more depth than that.
Yeah. Persona 4, I think, is kind of better in that regard, where you can just friend zone people you don't actually want to date.
Yeah.
Where in Persona 3, it's like, no, you're cheating on everyone with everyone.
You're cheating on everyone, no exceptions.
It's yeah.
If it's handled realistically, I'm bound to fail at all of it anyway. So.
That's depressing. So that's why you're fapping with us. Anyways,
and yeah, you just made it weird, yo.
I did in fact make it very weird. I'm sure. Someone else before we were fapping with their friend was nearby. Are your friends listening to you fap with us right now?
I know I'm actually in like the foyer of this weird out of the way building that sells like Adventure Time plushies and weird anime gear everywhere. There's actually a Teddy keychain. Like I can see it
That's awesome. Oh man,
It's right
so
next to Sailor Moon.
it's just like a fanfic. Wow. No, something else I wanted to bring up real quick about Persona is that they don't introduce like the dating aspects for at least for the main party member stuff until like halfway through the game. And I think by that time you're so invested with the characters that you don't mind actually like doing the waifu stuff with them because you like their characters and you want to learn more about
Yeah.
them. So it flows a lot better than I can't really speak for Fire Emblem, but I feel like a lot
I
of
can
times.
speak for Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I think a lot of times it's just right from the start. People are starting to get in relationships.
It's not like right from the start.
Depends on you.
It's like you talk to them. You like, let's take Long. Let's take. Do you know who Lonku is? The sword, the Myrmidon, the sword guy. Yeah. So if you're playing the female avatar and you start a Lonku support, it goes from like you throwing figs at him to hey, let's get married. And yes, support. It's so jarring sometimes.
I kind of want to play Fire Emblem now,
4
just so I
steps.
can understand what you just
Yeah,
said.
it's 4 steps, and then like for Priam support, it's like, hey, I just stitched and washed your clothes for you, and then the next support, hey, let's get married. It's so strange, so jarring. But I know why they did that because of the whole premise of the game. But they could have done it a lot better. But hey,
Part of it reminded me of the whole like tradition in Japan of the those sort of arranged marriage meetings. It's like
yeah,
like where you just sit down and you go on like 5 dates and then you get married. This happens.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's like arrange your own
yeah.
marriage.
It still happens. Yeah, it still happens in Japan. If you're like 40 years old and you still live with your parents are going to arrange a marriage for you. No exceptions.
Yeah. You can say no, but then everyone will hate you.
Yeah.
Japan.
It's kind of the way it is.
Yeah.
Oh God, don't I could get going on some weird stuff about like Japanese marriage traditions, but including staying at a friend's house. Well, the house of the father of a friend whose brother's wife was basically the maid. It was fucked up.
Why?
So I taught a kid English when he was in America. Then I stayed at his grandpa's house. Well, you stay with the family for generations in Japan. So that
Yeah.
guy, so the guy who's that kid's uncle, he was a dick too. He would just be like, you'd like order me to teach his son English, and I'm like, I'm here for 2 days. And then he's yelling at his wife for not cleaning like the stuff up faster and not helping me enough. And I'm like, you just told me off. What's going on? Then I go to like use his computer to check my email and like email my mom saying, hi, I'm in this area, I'm okay. And I click on the wrong folder on his desktop and it's just like obviously pictures of his mistress. And it's like, what the hell is going on? I don't need to know this. Now the whole country knows it. So, and probably some parts of Australia. And England by tomorrow. I got to get back and go roll for initiative. So,
Have fun with that direwolf.
oh
Yes.
God, that's gonna be interesting.
Okay.
I'm a rogue. I got no HP.
Sneak past the direwolf. All
All
right.
right.
He dropped, or he ended the call before I think he could hear my suggestion. Oh well. Oh
well.
Let's move on to the next person. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, another return fapper. We have Brooke. Would you mind stating your claim to fame again? Because I feel embarrassed just saying it for you. So go ahead.
The monitor of Dirty SMT Confessions on Tumblr.
Good job. I'm proud of you. So yeah, what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh fuck yeah.
So
Yes.
have you watched any videos of All Star Battle?
Yeah.
Yes. It was a
who
really
do you think
terrible
that you're
game.
gonna main?
Who am I gonna main? Okay, I've actually. This is funny because I actually stood up.
I'm actually going to main Jolene.
What? Katsu,
Yeah.
I didn't even know you were into JoJo's.
I'm definitely into JoJo's. Are you kidding me? When like the anime, when the 2012 or 11, I forget what year it was, when the remake of the reboot remake whatever.
Yeah.
when Phantom Blood came out, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna read the entire series, and I did it. I read the entirety of JoJo's up until part 8 in a total of 1 week, and it was the best week I've ever had. And I spent all day just in Skype talking to people about JoJo's. It got to the point where other people were leaving the Skype chat because we were talked so much about JoJo's. They got so annoying. It was amazing. So yes, I know all about that JoJo life.
I'm still on Battle Tendency. I just got past like the Coke bottle scene. I think
No.
I don't know if it happens multiple times, but I got to the first time where he uses a Coke bottle to kill someone. No, JoJo's is awesome. But who am I gonna main? Uh, either of the Dios. I'm not sure which one yet, but I was looking up combo videos, and Dio Brando, so like part 1 Dio, has the most insane like 50 hit combo that leads to his level 2 super, and it just looks like the most fun thing to do. And I want to piss off like because with every licensed fighting game, you always get these people that don't know how to play a fighting game, but just like whatever it's based off of.
Yeah, they're just a fan.
Yeah, so I have this scenario playing in my head where like I'm fighting someone that just picks Jotaro because Jotaro, and then I just kind of do the combo and they rage quit and I'm happy, and yeah. So yeah, I'm thinking part 1 Dio.
I haven't
Possibly.
looked up anything regarding Jolene since the vanilla game back when it wasn't even a fighting game. It was just
Infinites.
it was just a broken pile of mess.
It was just low. I
Yeah.
think one of the characters just had a infinite that was just hit low punch
Oh
when
yeah,
you
that
launched
one
up in
is.
the air.
Yeah, Jolene had an infinite where she would just jump in the air, punch you, jump down, punch,
It's so bad.
repeat till death.
It's so bad. Who are you gonna main, Brooke?
Probably Jolene too.
Oh, I don't. Is she from part
She's from part
Part 6.
6? Okay, I was gonna say part 8, but no, part 6. I don't know.
Part 8 is
don't know
JoJo
enough.
Lion.
I don't know enough JoJo's. I actually I was bored and it was in one of the related videos for a JoJo like All-Star Battle thing I was watching. So I watched like I want to say it was like early 90s OVA dub version of the Jotaro versus Dio fight, and whoever voices Dio, I really hope I know that the game isn't going to get dubbed, but if it was, I really hope they would get that guy to do Dio again because his voice acting is so bad. It's awesome. Like, no, seriously, JoJo's like, looks like your stand is all it's cracked up to be, and he just goes, hold your tongue, and it's the best. Yeah, JoJo's is awesome. Everyone read it.
Yes. Oh man, did you see the IGN comments for like the first trailer of JoJo's All-Star Battle?
No.
It was so homophobic. It was incredibly homophobic.
Oh, man.
I was crying of laughter.
Yeah, I know. Like, JoJo's is fabulous in a good way.
Yeah, I know.
Like, people get so mad about it, but it's so awesome at the same time.
So awesome.
It is. Is there anything else you wanted to bring up, or just JoJo talk?
We can just JoJo talk, I guess. What part are you excited to read?
I really want to read part 3 because everyone says it's the best, and also Dio. So, yeah, because Dio's Dio, and Dio is awesome. Dio is my favorite part.
Oh man, you're gonna be so disappointed with part 4 after part 3. Part 4 is pretty much Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
What? Really? I want to ask you what you mean by that, but at the same time, I don't. I don't know. Stands seem really interesting as a whole too, and like kind of the whole thing Persona got their idea from. So I really want to see how that came about too. I've played the fighting game too, like the Capcom fighting game way back in the day, and I love that. So I want to know who the hell all those people are, and why they're so awesome. So yeah.
See. Part 4 is pretty bad. Part 5 is great. Part 6 is great. Part 7 is great.
I hear a lot of people say part 4 is their favorite.
Part 4 was their favorite. Ew.
Part 4 is like my second favorite.
I don't like part 4.
Is that with Josuke, I think his name is?
Yeah, that was Josuke.
All right.
Mhm.
And then
That
part
was one of
5.
Rocky.
Part 5 is
That was
Dio's
one of
kid, isn't
Rocky.
it?
Yeah. Well, it's Dio's kid, and at the same time, it's
Jonathan's kid.
Jonathan's kid. So it's like their love child.
I want someone to make a family tree of that, and just like there's a question mark there, then it just leads to.
Well, I'm not about to. I'm not.
Not about to spoil it, but
They go into detail about it in part 3, but yeah, it's also Jonathan's kid.
Yeah, yeah. That body swap.
Did you ever hear of the Clamp in Wonderland, Kakyoin and Jotaro, like egg baby thing?
I have no clue what you just said, except Egg Baby, Kakyoin, and Jotaro. And I want you to explain how this all connects.
I'll link to a picture.
Oh God, is it something I can have in the YouTube video?
It's the most insane thing.
Is it something I can have in the YouTube video without?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Let's see. Oh God. What? That's just weird. There's a problem with this call. Uh-oh. Katsu, come back. Did Katsu go offline? I think.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Katsu went offline. That feel.
Oh, I found a better picture of the egg baby thing.
Okay. Here, I'll use this instead. Oh, jeez. So. What the
This
fuck?
is a real thing that they published.
That feel. Mad Katsu to the group call again. Katsu, are you alive?
Yes, I'm alive.
All right, there we go. We had technical
Okay,
difficulties.
everything is better.
Yes, there we go. I needed to do some hardcore soul hacking to get the Skype connection working again. So yeah, yeah. So JoJo. Also, I think it was Persona Q. Didn't all the Persona 4 characters have like JoJo poses?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've actually thought about this before, where it's like, I think at some point we should do a COS episode where it's just like popular culture influences on SMT and what SMT is influenced, but I don't know if there's enough like material to go off of, but JoJo would definitely be a big part of that, I think.
Yeah.
I know in Soul Hackers there's a move that I think they took from JoJo as like a reference. I read that on the MegaTen wiki once.
On the JoJo
Yeah,
wiki,
'cause
it
everything's
says Strange Journey. There's a move that references JoJo.
Oh, okay. It could be both, but yeah, that's awesome. Run out of JoJo things to talk about. Sad face. Let's see. What else? What else? JoJo. Oh, well. Oh yeah, we talked about mains. Did did we ever get a release date for All Star Battle yet?
Yeah,
All
it's
they
coming
said
out
was like, oh wait,
next month. Next month, and like, there's going to be a limited amount of retail copies. So if you want to pre-order a retail copy, you do it right now, and then sell it 3 years later for triple the price.
I know it. I know it's online only. And it's $50, which I think is a little much. Like I was expecting 40, but whatever. It's JoJo.
Persona 4 Arena was full $60 when it first came out, and I pre-ordered that game. It was like $80.
See, I don't feel bad about paying $60 for Persona 4 Arena though, because that's actually a good fighting game. JoJo's is kind of like half broken still, so like it's a great JoJo game. It's just not the best fighter, if that makes sense.
It's getting there.
They're working on it though. Like,
Yeah,
you know, they could have just
like-
left it, but they're fixing it. So, shout outs to CyberConnect 2 for taking that on.
For actually fixing a fighting game for once.
Aren't the infinites are gone now? Correct. From what I've heard, there's
Yes.
no more infinites. That's a good sign already. I don't know if they're like everything's from what I know, the game is still pretty unbalanced, but it's definitely competitively viable at least now. So that's a good sign.
Yes.
Not going to see it at Evo, sadly.
Expect JoJo tournaments at the run back very soon.
That would be so weird. So yeah, JoJo.
what animes have you watched recently?
Crap. Actually, I've been rewatching Mobile Suit Gundam 8th MS Team, because I want to review that. So that's about it.
I've been watching anime. Okay, I'll stop that. Let's see. What am I watching this season? Watching Witchcraft Works, Noragami, Tonari no Seki, Let's see. Those three. There's one more that I'm forgetting. I know I'm forgetting. Hang on, let me actually just go through.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna
Do you have
open
like a
up-
pull list?
No.
Oh,
I just have a folder for all my anime anyway.
oh, oh! You hardcore torrent that shit. You don't even bother with streaming. You go
Oh,
full.
losers. I'm also watching Toonie, and of course I'm watching Kill la Kill. And oh my god, that latest episode of Kill la Kill, my mind is full of fuck.
Excellent. Yeah, people keep bothering me to watch Kill la Kill. Specifically Katsu, who literally today said, "Hey, Rasen, watch Kill la Kill." And then
Oh yeah, I'm also watching Space Dandy.
everyone's watching Space Dandy.
Everyone's watching Space Dandy.
I watched the first episode of it. I thought it was okay. I can see it going either. Like I watched it, I'm like, this has the potential to be really, really awesome or really, really shitty.
It's really, really awesome. Like
Okay.
the latest episode that came out, it just solidified the fact that this anime, there's great things are coming out of this anime.
It was definitely not what I was expecting when I first watched it. So yeah, I need to catch up with that again. What episode are they on now? Like 5 or 6?
4.
Oh.
4, I think.
Yeah, I only watched the first, so.
Oh, they're on episode 5 actually. Episode 6 is. What day is it today?
Friday.
Episode 6 is
Friday.
tomorrow. Yeah, episode 6 is tomorrow.
Fapping Friday, Katsu. Just remember.
Oh. Okay.
I never said that before, but I did now, so now it is Fapping
Yeah.
Friday. So yeah, I think we did our work here. So
Yes.
thank you, Brooke, for fapping with us.
Yes.
So yeah, see ya.
Bye.
Yep.
All right, that was Brooke.
Yeah. Shout outs to me dying. That was a real. It was a really random death too. It was just really sudden. There wasn't any build up. Like you guys didn't start getting garbled or anything. It was just a straight up no.
Your internet just said no, just fucking
Yeah.
just die. So yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. That didn't go according to Keikaku, sadly.
Yes.
So yeah, let's go. Well, I think we can go for a few more.
Okay.
Maybe like 2 more, and then call it quits. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
So, what do you want us to call you?
Just Ike.
All right. Yeah, me and you talk on Twitter all the time.
All the time.
All the time. So yeah, you're what's your? I remember your Twitter name is like Winter Sloth something, but isn't your at thing? Isn't that like?
Duco Zombies, I think it was.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there we go. So yeah, you're definitely in the COS Twitter community of the few of us that are there.
The inner circle.
Yes.
I'm honored.
So yeah, what do you want to talk about, Ike?
I guess. Plastic.
What? You cut out.
SMT music, I guess.
Oh, SMT music. All right. Yeah. Sorry, you had cut out a little bit. Yeah, SMT music is great. Oh man, like what would you say your favorite album would be, or not album, just OST of any of the games?
It's pretty much a tie between Persona 4 and SMT4.
There you go.
Oh.
I definitely Nocturne and Devil Survivor 2. Oh, so good.
Devil Survivor 2 and Devil Survivor. Wait,
Ooh.
did I say Devil Survivor twice?
You said Devil Survivor 2 and Devil Survivor.
I meant Digital Devil Saga 2 and Devil Survivor 2. What am I talking about? See,
Yeah, I was about to say Devil Survivor
I should
1's
get the
OST
pictures.
wasn't great.
it wasn't great. There was like one song I like from there, and that is from the overclocked version.
Is it the intro to the overclocked version? Because I actually kind of like that song.
No,
Oh.
no, even though I do like that song a bit.
Yeah, SMT music is great. I think though just the atmosphere overall is really nailed home with each of the like battle themes and stuff, and even like the character moments. Usually they can work
It has.
the songs in well.
It's usually a very ambient soundtrack, though, which I really like.
Yes, I agree. There's a lot of songs in those games where they don't really seem like they just don't work when you're listening to it on your own, but when they're in the game, they work awesome.
When they're in a game, they just fit the atmosphere so well.
Like the Iwa
There's
Todai
a
dorm theme.
piano playing way in the back. Well,
The Iwatodai dorm theme is amazing.
I know. Let's all sing it. 3, 2, 1. No, should we
No.
sing it? Oh,
No.
I am going to anyways. 3, 2, 1. Something. I'm gonna put you in a trance. Make sure you
There it
don't hurt
is.
nobody. Hey. Yeah. That's gonna be the new podcast intro.
that was amazing.
All right.
I know. Give me all the music awards.
All of them.
All of them.
Just Grammys and everything. You get an Oscar out of
For some reason, just an Oscar. No particular reasoning behind it. Yeah. Yeah, SMT music's great. Pretty hyped for Persona 5 and how that's gonna work.
Yeah, Shoji Megaru's back in the music chair.
Getting ready for hopefully more
Is he there
Lotus
for
Juice.
Q?
I don't. Yeah, I think he's there for Q.
Yeah, he's there for Q.
This carousel.
He was oddly absent for SMT4.
That was a lot of people were absent from SMT4 that probably should have been there.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a bummer, but yeah, definitely a lot of fun times going around on SMT music.
Absolutely.
So anything else you want to talk about, or is that about it?
I'd say that's about it.
All right. Thanks for joining us,
All right,
Ike.
then.
It was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Yep. So yeah, see ya.
See ya.
So,
All right.
all right, one more. Then I'm going to sleep.
Okay. So we
Hi.
are bringing in our final person. Calling them right now.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hello there. There we go.
Oh,
Okay.
There you go.
My mic was off.
Oh, all right. Yeah, no problem.
Sorry
Cathedral of
about that.
Tech Issues.
Yeah, Katsu avatar was creeping me out, by the way.
All right.
Yeah. Antinomy.
Oh, antinomy. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
So-
I say it like the Spanish pronunciation. Sorry about that.
All right. Oh, it's okay. So what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I know I'm a big fighting game fan, and
Oh,
sure,
yes.
I'm pretty sure you are too. I don't know about Katsu. He sounds like he's too, right?
Yeah, Katsu, you like fighting games, right?
Yes, I love my anime games. I love my
See-
anime
Oh, yes.
fighting games.
Katsu has the largest Persona 4 arena fan site on the web, don't you?
I know that. I knew that, but it's I used to. I'm still subscribed to the channel. That is pretty dead, but it's okay. But I didn't know if he just only was in Arc System style of game or just Persona games. So I was kind of confused.
Yeah, Katsu, you seem to be more Arc Sys focused, aren't you, in terms of
Yeah,
fighters?
more artsy focus.
Yeah, I'm more of a
You
Capcom
won't
guy.
believe how hype you won't believe how hype I am
Oh.
for Guilty Gear Xrd.
Oh, I'm really hyped too.
I hope we get
Yes.
that game in English soon.
Very
And-
soon.
Then we are kind of. I'm mostly an SNK fan. That was like my thing because here in Argentina, arcade machines are expensive, and SNK machines most of the time were like really cheap.
Yeah, that's where I read a lot of stuff on like SRK and stuff where that's the reasoning where like a lot of SNK games got like big over there and stuff is because of like the pricing differences they had. That's really
Yes, I
smart
mean-
on their part.
There were like only one Street Fighter machine, and then you could see like 6 King of Fighter 98 machine, King of Fighter 99. It was so that was kind of like got me into it since he was a little kid. I'm not part of the Street Fighter 4 generation, I like to call it.
Yeah. I am sad face.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm not part of the Street Fighter 4 generation. I've been around since Soul Calibur 2.
Oh,
just didn't
that's
go to
That's
any
not even
tournaments.
a real fight. No, I'm joking. That's a,
No,
good,
I-
that's a good place to start.
Yes, it totally is. And this is like my question. I sent you a mail about it, but when you just can skip the mail if you see it.
All right.
So, I think I also.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there you go. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Cathedral of Tech Issues. Anyways, yeah, so
Sorry.
it's okay.
Well, let me ask again. So, who are like your main guys, your mains character that you play in fighting games, and who are the characters that you try to make them your main, but it was like too hard, and you said no, sorry, I can't main you.
Oh man. Oh shit. I have a. So I guess Katsu, you want to go or should I? I have a long story.
I'll go first.
Okay.
So when I was playing Soul Calibur 2, my main in that game was Keelik, and I learned all of his combos, all his combo routes, and I had a pretty decent grasp on the character despite being in like middle school. Like me and my cousins went so in on that game. It's not even funny. And I really don't think there was a character I didn't play, didn't main or try to main. I think I just stuck with Keelik all the way through. So fast forwarding to Blaze Blue, I tried Relius and Continuous Shift Extend. He was pretty fun, but I didn't really like him that much. Tried Hazama, it wasn't really working out. And so I just stuck to Ragna. And Persona, I was using Narukami. I hit a dead end with Narukami, so I picked Naoto. Then I went to Yosuke. And then I had a brief stint with Aegis. I don't want to talk about that. And then I just went back to Narukami.
I have exactly the same problem. I guess it's too hard for me.
Yeah, Aegis is pretty difficult. Once you master that character, like no one can beat you because Aegis is too good.
Oh man.
And when Soup Like Hole comes out, I'm gonna try Junpei.
I want to try Adachi if he is ever in the game. I want to try Adachi.
Yes, everyone wants to play Adachi.
Yeah, I can already see the first day online.
First day online, it's just gonna be all Adachis. And it's just gonna be like, oh my god.
Oh man.
I fought 5 Adachis at once. I don't want to do
all
this.
All Adachis doing auto combos all the time.
Yes. See, that's the best about Persona 4 Arena is like you face people that all they do is auto combos, and you're like, yeah, this is like this is gonna be a curb stomp.
But that's all fine. But the problem is when someone that only do auto combos beats you. That's like the thing. Oh,
that's when I turned the game off and cry in the corner.
What about you, Rasen? Oh,
if they knew combos, they'd be dangerous.
And which are your main frustrations, Katsu?
My main what?
Your main frustration, the character that you tried and didn't work out at all. Aside from Aegis.
Aside from Aegis, yeah, there was really no one else. It was just Aegis.
Oh man, way to make me feel bad.
Yeah, thank you.
So for my first fighting game, and I don't recommend this ever. My first fighting game was Marvel 3. That I took seriously, I should say. Like I've played Street Fighter and Smash and blah blah blah. But I'm not
a very Marvel 3 fan. I'm more of the Marvel 2 fanboy. Like you ruined the series, kind of. It's okay. It's just, yeah.
Man, I really wish I would have snagged Marvel 2 like before like it got delisted from PSN, but I missed my chance. Yeah, but for Marvel 3, I started out with like my original team for Marvel 3 was something like Deadpool, Virgil, Akuma, and I've kind of just switched out my point character a shit ton since then. So I had a long amount of time where it was Nova, Virgil, and Akuma, and I'd say that's my best team.
That sounds like a good team.
Oh, it's a good team. It's definitely good. Nova is so great on point with the Virgil assist. And then from there, I got kind of bored, so I decided to try to pick up Dante. So I was playing Akuma May Cry. Dante, Virgil, Akuma. But then I realized that Dante's combos are fucking impossible to pull off in lag. So I was like, you know what? Who's something I could learn on the side for fun? So I started messing around with Beautiful Joe.
Oh, good character. That's a good. I really love him.
He's really good, and I think he might replace Nova for my point character because it's funny because no one knows how to fight against him. Like I was facing people that were like ranks above me online, and I would win against them a lot more than I should have just because I kept doing his like weird ass moves like the bomb thing and boomerang spam and stuff, and they didn't know how to deal with it. and then just random red hot kicks into super, and it was good. Uh, so yeah, that was kind of my history with my Marvel mains. So yeah, there's a lot of characters I just flat out couldn't learn there. With Street Fighter 4, I main Akuma, and I've stuck with that. He's gonna get kind of nerfed in Ultra, but I plan on sticking with him.
Sticking
I
with
think
us to
that
the
is
end.
just don't jump back our firewall that much.
Yeah. Um, oh yeah, I guess so. Speaking of Akuma, I guess I tried kind of maining Akuma in Third Strike,
Oh,
and
that's a bad idea. If you don't are not like a good on Thursday, Akuma is kind of hard.
yeah, Third Strike Akuma is really hard to be good with, especially like if you're. I'm okay at Third Strike, but I started like dicking around with other characters, so. I messed around with Ryu for a bit, and I thought he was okay. But then I started playing Alex, and Alex is so much fun to play as. I wish he was in more Street Fighter games because like I actually have a few matches that I might post later, but there's this one match I get in with a guy, and I get him in the corner, and I just dash up to him, grab him, and do his like power driver move, and then he gets
Yeah.
back in the corner, and then I keep dashing up and grabbing him and just like looping, and he's too dumb to like get out of it. So like I take away a good 3/4 of his health just dashing up and doing the same move over and over again, and it's hilarious.
Those are the best kind of moments in fighting game. You feel a little bad after that. When for example, you only do it sweep.
Yeah,
After he
yeah.
wake up and he just keep falling, and he just can grasp the concept of pressing down and back instead of just back. But and you feel really bad by the end.
My favorite too is when you approach someone and then you bait Dragon Punch,
Oh, that's the best.
and then you block it and then
Oh,
you
baiting
sweep them
DP.
again. Yeah, yeah, you just keep baiting their DP just over and over again, and they like keep falling for it. That's always the best. That or also when you pull off like a triple overhead, just overhead move
Oh,
3 times in a row.
that's especially like dangerous in third strike because once you get overheard 3 times, you just don't know what the fuck he's gonna do anymore. He can't overhead again, can he? And then you overhead again.
I love those moments. Third Strike is so fun. Like I suck at Third Strike. Like in terms of like competitive Third Strike, I wouldn't get anywhere. But playing it online, it's just so much fun. Oh man, I don't really play much other fighters like seriously, but I guess I just roll through um, really quick. And Soul Calibur 2, my main is Mitsurugi. I played a little bit of Nightmare, but I'm better with Mitsurugi. Soul Calibur 5, same thing with that.
Soul Calibur 5, I didn't bother because Keelik was reduced to being an Edge Master.
um,
And I wasn't going to main his clone. No, screw that. I want a Keelik.
oh man, make him and create a soul. No. Let's see what else? What other games am I missing? Oh, King of Fighters, I guess. I suck at King of Fighters, but King of Fighters is really fun to play. It's just that the online is kind of bad. So
And you should the PC version is kind of good. You should go for the King of Fighter 13. The PC version is really good. Had really
did
good
they
online.
fix the online stuff? Is it
It's
better?
I mean it's playable
Okay.
and
See, that's
when
already better than the console version because
the console version is like imagine that the console version in the PC version the worst online you can get is kind of like the console version.
yeah.
And if you play for someone who is close to you, it plays like kind of like you're next to him. A little bit of lag, but nothing like.
Ooh, that's
Uh,
good.
yeah, you should try it out. It's kind of every now and then got like discounts on Steam, so you can get it pretty cheap.
I might have to then. That sounds tempting. My
And
t-
also the DLC characters are there, so yeah.
oh, really? Do they have them in for free?
They're in for free. They were in with the game.
Ooh, that's nice. I've debated picking those up for console, but I never really did. But yeah, if I might get the PC version then whenever it goes on sale. My team for KOF 13, which is the only KOF I've ever played, is Benimaru, Kyo, and Hua. So
Oh.
I like that.
And which tried to be your main and then didn't work.
For KOF, I tried King a little bit, and I realized I sucked horribly with her. So yeah. And then I guess for like main that I sucked with, Most of the Marvel characters I listed, and then I guess Third Strike Akuma. I can still kick some ass with Third Strike Akuma if I try really hard. It's just I'm not proficient, I'd say. So yeah, that was a good question. That
Well,
was a lot of
it's
fun. Fighting games are
it,
awesome.
yeah, it will be like out of places. At least mine problems and
Oh
my
yeah,
main characters.
yeah, go
I,
for
well,
it.
well, yeah, the first I'm a SNK guy, but the first fighter I played, I have the good luck of in Third Strike.
Oh, that's
It
awesome.
was like my introduction to fighting games, and that's when I discovered Ken. He's cheap ass in that game. Ken is his best moment in Third Strike, and I stick with him. I got really attached to the character, and it's kind of like the if I play with Ken, I can play competitively, kinda, not really,
Yeah.
but and also I can go with Chan, but Chan is kind of like banned, not banned, but like you feel bad using Chun in that game.
Chun is
Chun
obviously
is
the best character. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of like Sean in second one. Previously, it was thought that Sean was the best, but then Sean is way better.
Yeah, I agree.
And I really tried with in Third Strike to play with Urien, but it didn't work. I mean, Urien was way too hard, and the same happened with Makoto.
Oh,
And the worst thing about it is, okay, now Street Fighter 4 is here, Makoto is coming out. I'm going to main her in Street Fighter 4, and it didn't work either.
oh, I have a friend who is pretty good at Makoto, and that character seems like so much fun to play with.
Yeah, it's like I in Street Fighter 4 I can kind of play her, but it's kind of like I know that this is not what I should be doing, and I kind of like threw her out.
Ah,
And then in the arc system stuff, I really was attached to Order Soul.
Order Soul and Guilty Gear.
Yeah. I really like Order Soul. And when I jumped into Blaze Blue, I'm sorry, Katsu, but I hate the character design in Blaze Blue. It's not really my thing. I really tried Hakumen because he was like the one that looked good to me, but it didn't work.
Oh, actually, yeah, I forgot to list my Arxis stuff. Yeah, I tried when I first got Blaze Blue, I tried Hakumen too, and I sucked with them, so I switched to Jin instead.
Like the thing about Blaze Blue is
the game is hard as fuck.
Well, it's not a hard game.
I just suck at it. I know.
Yeah, you're just terrible at it.
I know.
It's just that after the whole debacle with Arxis losing the rights to Guilty Gear, and they had to make a whole new IP for the next generation, and that was Blaze Blue, and how different it was from Guilty Gear, and it alienated a lot of people. The stigma's kind of still there, but not really.
Yeah. I mean, it's the character design is fine, but it's kind of like I don't want to say the word, right? It's kind of like too anime. I don't like saying that.
Blaze Blue is very anime. Like,
I mean, the first character that appeared in Ragnar story mode is a vampire Lolita. I mean, that was kind of like
that's a little much.
Extremely anime.
And every female character is a fetish in that game.
Yes, they are. You got your furry fetishes. You got your
magical girl
for some reason.
You got your Maho shoujo.
Yeah, everything is in there. But then Continuum Shift came out, and Michael Jackson was in that game.
Yes, Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, I really okay. Now I'm going to main Michael Jackson, and I really like Hasama. He's like my main character there. I like his move. I like the concept that he's like the biggest troll in any fighting game.
Yeah, he is.
I hate fighting against him because I always lose. Always lose.
Like, there's never been a Blaze Blue game when Hazama wasn't top tier. Like, he's been good in all 5 iterations that he's.
Yeah, because I think when Instant, when he got nerfed really hard in Instant, but he still got the take.
But then he came back. He came back with the SMP loop.
Oh yeah, the SMP with I know it as TK loop. It could be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
TK loop.
And that got him like really high up. I tried doing it. I can only do two repetitions, and then it drops.
Then drops.
So, yeah, and then Chrono Phantasma, I'm looking it, and I I don't know what to think about Chrono Phantasma. It's kind of like
Neither do I. I was really
Eh.
hyped about that game, but I
It
don't.
was hyped about it, but then Kokonoe happened.
Whoa,
but
yeah,
it's getting
exactly.
another. It's getting a.
She killed the hype
It's
for
getting
me.
a balance patch. It's getting a
I ho-
balance patch, and Kokonoe is getting nerfed.
Oh, really?
thank God.
Yeah, and like
I mean-
some of the really crappy characters, like Bullet, she's getting a major buff. She's gonna be like a. Then there's another character, Izuyoi. She's getting a buff too, and she's gonna be playing more similarly to Aegis. So
Oh.
that's what people are saying. On paper, she looks kind of like Aegis.
Yeah, and shoutouts to anyone who plays Tsubaki in Blaze Blue.
Blaze Blue.
Because
Oh my god, I feel so bad for you guys.
yeah, first of all, because she's like the most boring character that I ever seen in a fighting game. I mean, sorry about if I offend someone, but she's just boring to play as. I don't know.
She's
About,
been
like
low.
that.
She's been low tier for like all of the games, and I really feel bad for the people who main her because like.
I'm gonna say this. Anyone who plays Ryu in Marvel, why are you playing Ryu in Marvel? Jeez,
Oh.
there's so many other there's always like that one character where it's like, why would anyone play
bad.
as you? Yeah, like I feel bad
I
for
feel-
anyone that uses you.
And then in my KOF life, with this like the biggest of them all, I really like Yori. Yori's is the guy I've been sticking with the most. Kyo with the white jacket.
Mhm.
He's known mostly as ex Kyo now. I really liked him a lot. I really like how he shows Urayo when he does like one of his moves, and that kind of got me into him. And Ash, I'm really fond of characters that are male but look female. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I really like the guy from Chrono Phantasma.
Who,
is he?
Amane?
Yeah, I think the guy who looks like a girl. Well, that half of the Blaze Blue character look like girl, but the one who really look like a girl.
Amane, like some people say he's garbage, other people say he's good, but I think he's getting buffed in the patch, so whatever.
Oh, that's cool. Then, and what about Terumi?
Oh, Terumi is complete and utter garbage. He's getting buffed in the patch too, so he won't be complete and utter garbage anymore. But yeah, like
I
he is
think
like
he is one of those kind of characters that his destiny is to be or really good or really bad. Like there is no middle ground for them.
yeah. Terumi is
So-
like complete and total garbage. He's so bad.
Oh, that's sad to hear. He's like the main villain, isn't it? Him.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's complete and utter garbage.
Man, I wish I was good at anime fighters, but I'm not. Persona 4 I got fairly, or Persona 4 Arena I should say, I got okay at. Like, then again, that could just be because I played Mitsuru, so yeah. I don't know. Like, I tried getting into Blaze Blue because a friend's like, dude, you need to get into Blaze Blue. It's like so awesome, and just there's something about Blaze Blue where when I lost in Blaze Blue, it's like I have no clue what just happened. Even more so than Marvel for me for some reason, and it's like
Yeah, it's
I
like-
don't know why I just lost there. Someone explain. And then they'd be like, "That's because you used the drive wrong here and all this other stuff." And like, you shouldn't have burst during this combo.
Yeah, why
And it's
do
like,
you burst there?
Yeah, I know that.
Why
That's
do you
the worst.
burst there? That was
It's like
stupid.
it's like I'm being comboed. I just burst.
And then they bait your burst, and then you just get comboed again, and then you die, and you're
that's
just sitting here lost and confused.
That's
so
both the
hard.
best thing and the worst thing about like the arc system games. When you get to bait a burst, it feels so good. But when you get burst wasted,
Yeah.
there is like a video that is the best. It is in a compilation of rules of nature moments when they just put the song rules of
I
nature.
know what you're talking about.
And there is one video when this Hakumen he's like winning all this stuff. So you think, okay, is Ragnar going to do a comeback and the rules of nature is going to play? But the guy burst beta burst in the best way when he activate his counter in the moment he bait the burst by activating his counter super. And it's the sickest thing ever.
Is that
so
was,
Oh
it,
my
was it
God.
the instant kill?
I don't no, it's not the instant kill.
Oh, it's just
Uh,
the counter super. Okay.
No, it's the counter super, but he have like 100 meter at the time, so he did the the counter super, and then he follow up with another super, and he went after that. It's so sick. And the best thing is one of those fighting game moments that only the people who play the game gets it.
Understand why it's so awesome. Yeah, I love those.
Yes. So everyone is in the comments. Why do you put that? Did he win when he was winning, right? And everyone there is saying, "Nah, you didn't understand it."
Oh man. Oh, Katsu died.
Oh,
I think.
everyone is dying. Yeah, I see his bar going up and down.
Oh man. I think he's going to get back in. Let's see. He should be.
I was right now listening to the Retsu Break.
Oh, were you listening to the new one that came out?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one.
Oh, I'm sad that Slow isn't a mod anymore.
Yeah, same. Like I think
Danganronpa is going to go nuts.
Danganronpa drove him crazy.
Man, that I really feel bad about that because I don't think there is a game that I hate and I like such as Danganronpa. The game is fine, but everything around the game is garbage. That's the problem.
Oh man. Sorry about that, folks. More technical issues, but yeah, I think we're about to wrap it up anyways. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed all the things between out of camera that were really nice. I heard the biggest secret about Rasen. Now, just confesses to me.
Yeah, it is exactly. But it's going to be missed now because technical issues. No.
Yes.
Yeah. So thanks a lot, Antinomi, for coming on.
No, thank you for having me. I really like the podcast. I found out about it in episode 6, and since then I've been following you.
Oh, awesome!
Yay!
That's a long time.
So you have fun with the fapping.
Oh yeah. I think you're going to be the last person actually. It's good.
Oh.
So yeah.
Saving the best for the last.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go. All right. So yeah.
Okay. See you guys.
Yep. Bye guys.
Bye.
Gather demons and come again.